Hello, my lovelies. This is going to be your weekly spiritual guidance and advice. We're going to see what we have from the outer realms. What do we need to know? This is the Zodiac Moon deck, and this one is the Starseed Oracle. We're going to start with the Zodiac Moon. What do we need to know from the universe? What does the universe have to tell my collective for the next week or two? What do we need to know? All right, Sun in Virgo, 6, Endeavor. Remember that you reap what you sow. So that's going to be one of our focuses over the next week. What do we need to know from the Starseed Oracle? All paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. So these are really good messages coming through. So ironically, we are entering into Virgo season from Leo season. So I feel like this is an indication that some things will actually be changing for us. This is the card of endeavor, well-being, duty, fulfillment, and devotion. Ultimately, it's about satisfaction. Your sense of fulfillment in your work and increased vitality are the keys to your success. Your hard work will not go unrewarded. Your daily schedule is the focus because your work, health, and general well-being set the scene for deeper fulfillment in life. It's vital that you are happy with what you do every single day. Remember, you reap what you sow. A careful and diligent approach will help you to find ways to improve your life. Do you work to live or live to work? When you view your work as your most productive activity, you will naturally wish to appreciate a successful outcome. Arrange activities so that you love what you do and derive a deeper sense of fulfillment. The idea of being of service to someone and being treated with respect in the workplace and in your everyday life will appeal. You will understand that being helpful and cooperative is rewarding, and you should begin to see that you are treated with similar courtesy. Focus on a healthy approach to your energy levels. How can you boost these? When you radiate vitality, you will naturally be more productive and find more ways to enjoy life. Infuse your daily activities with your true interests and passions, and what truly motivates you at the core. When you do, your work will no longer be arduous. It will be an expression of your love of life, bringing great satisfaction and success. And when you are aware that you have fulfilled your purpose and attained a sense of accomplishment in doing so, you will feel happy. All paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. It's normal to look to the external world for answers and guidance. What's revolutionary is turning your gaze inward. You're being called to source your guidance from within, to study the terrain of your inner landscape, to develop a reliable relationship with your soul. The more time that you spend connecting with your soul, the deeper the connection will become. The challenge for empaths is staying connected without cutting off from the world. The best way to do this is to develop a daily practice that helps you to keep checking in, to draw on the wisdom within, and to let that be the authority in your life. If this card appears to you, it might be called to develop or switch up your spiritual practice, to get into the habit of turning your gaze within, getting centered for the day, and before consuming anything from the outside world, to start from a feeling of a homeness, and throughout each day to find simple ways to keep coming home. This doesn't mean switching off from the realities of today's world. We need as many conscious people as possible living with their eyes wide open. Rather, it's a call to start your day from a place of connectedness, grace, and devotion, so that when you go out into the world and when you let the world in, you do it from an unshakable state of being, a state where you draw your strength, authority, and guidance from a place of deep, deep within. So ask yourself this: how are you being called to turn your gaze within? What else does my collective need to know this week for spiritual guidance? What's happening? What are some things that they need to be aware of in the next 7 days? All right, so there are some bright or creative ideas that are coming in for you. I feel like if you are really walking your path, if you're going towards things that, make you feel fulfilled, that you're going to be able to find what you're looking for. There's a lot of creativity. There's a lot of planning with this card. So I feel like Spirit is guiding you, and I love how there's two little birds here. So I feel like you have angel messengers that are coming through to help you. I feel like there's further study that's required. And I feel like you absolutely need to find the balance. So you might feel like you're walking a tightrope for a little while until you can navigate the path that you need to be on. But I do feel like this spark of creativity is going to help you along your path. It also is going to bring you some financial success, so that's also important. Could be a pay raise, promotion, job change, but more than enough coming in so you can be able to bless other people. There may also be some new love prospects coming in, and I feel like there's some uncertainty here. I feel like you have to trust your instincts. Again, like putting on your armor before you leave the house, that you need to spiritually ground and protect yourself before you go out into the world this week. I feel like this is also an indication that if your intuition is telling you that this is a good idea, then believe it. And if it is telling you that it is not a good idea, believe it. Pay attention to any sort of red flags that might be coming up. Pages definitely bring news. A page in love would be somebody who maybe has a crush on you. They could be younger than you. I feel like they definitely want there to be an actual connection. There's two hands making a heart here. The little pig at the top corner tells us that when pigs fly, that'll happen. And I love how there's a Tibetan singing bowl in this card. So that tells us that we need to do those things like ground and meditate, pray, connect to that divine energy. And that's what's going to help get our feet back on the ground. He's daydreaming a lot in this card, so you might have a lot of ideas. Maybe the thought of this person keeps running through your mind, but I feel like the genuine feelings are there. So the question is, are they willing to actually make the move and go forward? It does look like something is changing. There could be lots of feelings of nostalgia this week. Remember to let go of the past. It's time to embrace the lessons, to learn from those things, and to grow and to transform. So as the child and the dog evolve from a child and a puppy to an adult and a grown dog, you also are always evolving. Part of this is spiritual, part of it is mental. And so like a small child doesn't have the capacity to understand everything that an adult can understand. I feel like you are growing and learning these lessons, and it takes some time. There is also kind of a trip down memory lane here and feeling really nostalgic about the past. Just don't get stuck living there. That's going to be important. I feel like some of this is self-imposed restriction. I feel like especially where finances are concerned. Are you putting in the effort? Do you need to shift your perspective? Do you need to go in a completely different direction this week? Is Spirit trying to nudge you out of a comfort zone so that you can actually achieve your goals? I feel like for somebody who watches this message, that's going to be really hitting home. And for me too, sometimes I feel like my cards always call me out. It's like if you're willing to try new things, you are going to be successful, but you have to be willing to try something new. I do think that there is somebody in your life, or will be in your life, that's very business oriented. They're also successful in their own right. And so, this could be somebody that wants to come in and not only maybe offer you financial help or advice, maybe potentially a job. It could be partnership that this person is coming in to offer. I have hiccups and burps for confirmation. So I do feel like this person is bringing forth an offer for you this week. I think that this person is trustworthy. I think they're very loyal. I think it's somebody that is really solid and stable that you could rely on. I feel like this person is very intelligent, and they're willing to be patient. It may have taken them a long time to kind of build an empire and to be successful, and so they know what it takes in order to help others. So the question is, are you willing to walk away from what's not serving you this week Let go of the baggage. Let go of all of the things, the doubts, the fears that are holding you back, because that's a mindset that you can change. I feel like you may be leaving a situation with just the clothes on your back and a few personal effects, but you're headed towards something so much better. Your final card for the week. Expect a lot of changes. Remember, the Tower comes to destroy what does not serve you and transform it into something that's beautiful. Decide to make a decision to go forward. It might happen sudden and shockingly, but it's for your benefit. Have a great week.